Morning. Namaste. Swaddy Cup. Os. Good morning. All right. So this morning, waking up here, let's get started with some breath work, pranayama. Yesterday I was listening to audio tapes, and I was talking about the importance of breathing and doing deep breathing. It didn't say breath work. That wasn't the word. It didn't say pranayama. It just said doing breathing exercises. So whether it's Asian or it's Hindu or it's American, doesn't really matter, right? Because we're all human. So it's how to use your body. So we're gonna breathe and we're gonna bring more oxygen into our cells. This is exciting stuff. I would hope that everybody's excited about getting more oxygen and health into your life. It's just crazy to me, all the distractions in life and everything that's going on right now, from going to space to protests to freaking whatever else is happening. And then over here, I'm trying to help you guys breathe. So despite it all, let's breathe and get more oxygen into our cells so that your body is the healthiest, that when all the shit comes through and you're standing strong, you're healthy, you're strong because you know you've done your practice, your breath work. Just a little science tip for you, okay? What I'm holding right here is a cell. This cell is, you guys know what stem cells are, right? Stem cells are cells that aren't made into anything just yet. So 72 trillion cells in our body, okay, they all operate off of oxygen. They all operate off of our inhale. If we don't inhale correctly or enough, I should say enough, because a lot of times we go through 24 hours, the whole entire day, without even thinking about taking a breath, right? And were you breathing? Were we breathing yesterday? And then those random times when you hear something and you take a giant breath, or you sigh, or you feel that sigh of release. Well, that sigh is releasing heat. You've built up a lot of heat in your body, in your chest, in your lungs, in your heart. Your heart has to work. It's pumping, pumping, pumping. You're not getting oxygen into the blood cell. The cell needs oxygen to function, okay? And we're not breathing into it. So our heart's gonna get hot. We're gonna have all this heat and contraction in our chest. And remember, the number one cause of death, look it up. Actually, the top three types of ways that most people in the entire ever have died. The numbers say that heart disease is the number one cause of death. That means you are going to have potentially die from heart disease or a heart issue. So right now, let's save our lives. Let's save our lives by breathing. As you inhale into your lungs, into this cell, remember this cell here? This is a stem cell, meaning you have like millions, trillions of cells on the back burner waiting to come up and be produced healthy, youthful, young. Okay, they're waiting to be, but it's your mind that does it. Okay, so let's do the breathing practice. We're gonna inhale, we're gonna smile, and we're gonna bring new intention, and we're gonna create new cells at a youthful, more happier state. Make sense? So that's the beauty of pranayama. I had to give you that first up front. So let's get into it. We're gonna breathe, and remember, you have to really think about this, because it's important that you know that your cell, 72 trillion cells that make up, that allow me to vibrate what I'm saying to you right now, right? And for you to hear and listen, you got like 30 billion ear cells, right? But I chose to create those ear cells, right? Just like me not breathing, like I went 24 hours without even thinking to breathe. That means my autonomic nervous system, my subconscious mind is running the program, right? So your program is set up by your childhood, set up by your fear, set up by your emotions, is energy emotions. So you're running your cells. Yes, you have stem cells that are blank. They're blank cells. They're going to be created tomorrow. They're going to be created next week, right? But if I'm in a state of fear where I'm like, oh my God, I might die tomorrow, then my cells tomorrow are no longer existent. They think because of my mind, because of my fear in the kidneys, remember, tightness, tension, blocked, stuck. I'm stuck in life. I'm not gonna go, right? There's that intent. So the intention is so important. And breathing, smiling, is so simple. It's so simple, but let's get into it, okay? So we're gonna breathe into our cells, and then remember, you can create whatever cells you want. If I want to grow my hair, then I focus on my hair this week, and my hair grows a little bit longer. And then next week, I'm like, wow, dude, I need to get a haircut because my hair's growing so much. Because my focus, my energy in motion. You are just energy, and what you put your focus on and your focus and attention on, you start aligning all of your light energy into that one thing. And the more people say, hey, come over here, light and energy goes that way. Hey, come over here, listen to this bullshit. Light goes over here. So set your goal, set your intention. Know that every cell in your body, whether you're having eye issues or you're having ear issues or you're having some sort of issue, we're gonna breathe into it. So I want you to breathe into that. Set that intention. I need to, get more. If it's just oxygen, that's the best part because we're doing it generally anyway. So let's inhale, smile, bring good intention. Imagine the parts of your body that you want to breathe into and replenish, restore, and bring new stem cells which are there. They're waiting to be created, but you have to create it through your mind, right? You have to create it through your intention in your mind, okay? So keep a positive outlook and let's do our breath work. Set your goal right now, your intention. Let's go into our breath work, okay? So breath work 2. There's 2 verses. There's 2 sides to it. Heating and cooling. Are the stem cells in the bone marrow? Yes. The deepest layers of our bodies are blood, our bone marrow. Our bone marrow, it creates the blood. So our bones create the blood at the cellular, at the deepest level, right? The density of your bones, the strength of your bones, that's the vigor of your life force. It's creating your blood, and your blood is running through your body. I could go into it. But for the most part, yes, you have cells that are waiting to be created through your imagination, through your perpetual energy and motion forward is already going to happen. You're already going to live, okay? You're already going to live. We already know that, okay? You don't have to do anything to do that. You have to wake up tomorrow and eat something maybe and drink something and take a few breaths, right, for you to sustain your body. But at the most part, you're gonna live no matter what. You're gonna live to about 80, 90, whatever, 70 to 80, depending on what your philosophy is. Whatever your philosophy is, that's how long you're gonna live. That's how healthy you're gonna live. Whatever your philosophy is, whatever your upbringing, whatever your parents told you, that's how your life's gonna be. Sorry to say, but that's subconscious. Unless we change and every day we transform this stuff, there's no way we're gonna get out of our parents' mentality because it's subconscious. It's held in our childhood. It's held in our gut. It's held in this deep cells of our thighs because our thighs are the biggest bones in our body, but we pay little attention to them. And when we go do exercises and it burns and we're like, oh, we don't want to feel that burning sensation. That's burning up your past. That's tightening, contracting, and creating more density in your bone and your blood. So you are physically stronger, mentally stronger, emotionally stronger. Anyway, I could talk about this all day. So let's get into the breath work and we'll have a good morning here. So keep smiling. Let's smile and breathe. Let's take a deep breath into the belly. And smile. And bring the energy and awareness up into the head as you inhale. And as you exhale, you soften the shoulders, you relax. Exhale out through the mouth will help release out heat from the heart. So the message for today is heating versus cooling. So we have heating exercises, which are going to help burn up the past, all of our past. We're going to burn all of that up. Agni, it's called Agni or fire. We want to have that Agni, that Agni, that fire to burn up all this emotional energy. We're going to burn it up. Like calories, it's energy too. Okay, so let's do a couple heating exercises and then we're going to do a couple cooling exercises. We've done these before. The cooling exercises are either through the tongue, shitali or shitkari, bite the tongue and go through the sides. You are affecting the body in 2 different ways. By breathing through the center of the tongue, it goes down the center and it focuses more on your core. heating or cooling the insides, internal energy, versus shikari, where you bite the tongue and you go down the sides, which tends to get more of the outer edges, the limbs and the legs. Okay, two different cooling exercises that we can do. And then let's do 2 heating exercises. So 2 heating exercises, the most common that we've done are breath of fire, creating, stoking heat here by just contraction in the solar plexus, burning up all that stuff across the ganglion of the spine, and allowing for more oxygen and communication and blood flow. Okay, and then another great one is the Agni Sar, which is again Agni fire, and that's the pulling of the diaphragm. Exhale. These 2 exercises really create heat in the heart, and the heat is burning up the excess energy. Okay, so we're going to burn up yesterday's stuff. We're going to breathe new oxygen into the body, into the blood cells, so that the heart doesn't have to work as hard. And then we're going to do 2 cooling breaths just to cool the body, cool the sensations, those 2 cooling breaths, and we'll finish out. Okay, so it should only take about 10 minutes or so. So let's go ahead and start it out. We'll start out with 2 heating breaths. The first one is breath of fire, and then we'll go into the Agni Sar. Okay, so first one, breath of fire, Kapalbhati. Inhale. Exhale halfway. Pull the belly in. Exhale through your nose. Just clear out any stuff in the nasal passages too. Okay, about 60 times. Think about lengthening the spine, opening. Tuck the chin in slightly. You can try to contract more about the rib cage. Mouth is slightly open, so air comes in and out, but focus on the exhale, focus on the contraction, focus on creating heat. Push down into your groin, pulling up on your spine. In 10 seconds, faster, more powerful. Exhale everything out. Inhale, pull up on the pelvic floor. Or inhale completely, pushing out the chest first, that's fine. Inhale all the way, pull up on your arms and your fingers, and then pull up on the pelvic floor. Pull the belly in, tuck the chin in, lengthen through the crown of the head, tongue to the roof of the mouth, and exhale, soften, and exhale through the mouth, releasing heat from the heart with a ha sound, exhaling through the mouth. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale, or take your break. I was talking all that time, so I gotta do it 2 more times. So rest, relax, feel the arms kind of tingling, blood, fascia starting to settle, because we're pumping the oxygen, pumping the blood. Remember, lungs and heart are connected. Lungs and heart are up here, diaphragm, liver, gallbladder, stomach, spleen on the back end, pancreas underneath the stomach, kind of, sort of, and then you got your large intestine, digestion, small intestine, all that stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead and start it out. Let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale. And you can do this mudra here, pressing into the thighs, whichever is fine. Slow it down. Full contraction. 10 seconds, faster, more powerful. Inhale, arms up. Smiling. Imagine a white light above you, your higher self. Exhale the hands down, bringing this white light down to the crown of your head, down the face. Swallow saliva, follow it down into the stomach and small intestine. Small smile into the lungs as you inhale. And exhale, cleansing breath. Exhale through the mouth. Sigh, releasing any heat. So be mindful of this as we're doing these two heating and cooling exercises. Be mindful of the heat that we are that we're creating here. Be mindful of the heat that we're creating, and then be mindful of the cooling sensation. So let that be our focus. Let's do that one more time, and then we'll go into Agni Sar, and then we'll finish out with the cooling stuff. So one more time with breath of fire, 60 times. Inhale. Try to be a little more relaxed, but also contracted at the same time. So exhale and begin. 10 seconds, faster, more powerful. Exhale everything out. Pull the belly. Inhale up. Push the belly out. Kidneys out. Pull up on the pelvic floor. Diaphragm. Jalandhara Bandha. Open the back of the head. Imagine a white light. Smiling. Exhale down. Again, creating heat. Now this heat from the heart, it tends to go up. It goes up, and for you guys that don't know Chinese medicine, each eye, I say eyes are connected to the liver, ears connect to the kidneys, mouth is connected to the mouth and jaw connected to the heart, the tongue's connected to the stomach, the skin is connected to the lungs and large intestine. So we're affecting all of the senses while we do this breath work. But remember, as you exhale, whether it's a sigh vibration, good for the thymus gland, or a you should feel that kind of releasing tension out of the ear, out of the jaw, out of the neck and the shoulders, releasing that heat. Remember, heat. Release the heat. Okay, we stoke the heat comes up, the steam comes up, the heat comes up. Exhale it out. All that old shit, all the old energy of yesterday and the day before and the day before and the day before and the day before that we haven't got out yet, right? We haven't helped cleanse, we haven't let go mentally, physically, emotionally. All right, so releasing all that stuff out, get it off your back, get it off your kidneys, your adrenal glands, your energy, get that shit out, okay? All right, so that was our third round of Kapalbhati, breath of fire. Let's do Agni Sar. So now Agni Sar, you're going to have to activate the diaphragm, strengthen the internal organs, and yeah, let's do it. So we're going to pull up on the diaphragm. This is going to stretch the tendons that connect from the sexual energy to the heart. So sexual energy to the heart, tendons in between, ligaments and tendons in between across the spine, and the psoas. The psoas is here about the midsection to the pelvis, connecting into the hip on either side, going down. So this muscle gets really tight. So we're contracting it, but we're also going to be pulling up and stretching. So let's do that now. Inhale. Exhale. Everything out. Out through the mouth or through the nose. Pull up and in. Pull up and in 20 times. Relax. Breathe into your belly. Into the diaphragm more so, because that's where you're probably feeling it. Into the heart's starting to race. It's like boom, boom, like I just went on a sprint. In the back. Exhale. Softening. Exhale out through the mouth. Releasing any heat. Maybe your heart is racing again. That's okay. Settle, soften. Keep softening, keep exhaling. Breathing into it as you soften. Smiling. Create a sense of joy and peace, which releases tension. Maybe a big sigh, let it all go, or a laugh, a chuckle or something, who knows. That's okay. Okay. Really turning this into like a qigong class, but it's yoga, pranayama, Indian. But the smiling and all the emotional stuff is more traditional Chinese medicine. Although laughing yoga is a thing, and that's Hindu, laughter yoga. Cool. So that created a lot of heat. Let's do that one more time. We'll do it one more time just to really get it. I'm just letting my nervous system kind of settle. Solar plexus again, a lot of contraction. So inhale, push the belly out, create more room, more space. As you inhale, you can hold it for a second, feel the expansion. Exhale, soften more. So again, remember, we're heating the body up, and that heat, that steam, it goes up. It's just the natural kind of way of it. Our toxins need to go down, but when we do exercises like this, we're burning energy up, and the heat tends to go up into the heart. So we need to exhale it out, okay? Let's do that again one more time. Last one here for Agnisar. Inhale. Exhale. And begin. Inhale, pull up on the pelvic floor, pull up on the diaphragm. Should already be pretty active now, so I really feel come up quickly so I can soften faster. Smiling, turn inward. Breathe and expand out in those tight spots. Small smile to lips. Okay. All right, so we created a lot of heat. Wiggle the shoulders, wiggle the chest, wiggle the arms, shake the arms out. And a lot of stuff when we're doing breath work, we're focusing on the lungs and the heart. The lungs and the heart being affected right now. Lungs and the heart, and then the lungs and the heart are connected to the small intestine, large intestine, so your digestion's going to improve. Release the heat, let your body get the okay, bringing coolness into the body now. So let's do a few sheet dilly and sheet car. You can tell the difference, feel the difference. If you can roll your tongue and try to breathe through the tongue, that would be awesome. If you cannot do that, that's like impossible, you've never been able to do that in your life, well then you can just do the second one. Bite your tongue and inhale through the sides, or you can try to do the taco tongue. But let's go ahead and do about 5 breaths of each. Inhale through the tongue. You can exhale through the mouth, releasing heat. Inhale the coolness. Exhale the heat. Inhale the coolness. Hold it for a second, feel the coolness. Maybe swallow the coolness on your tongue. And bring it down to the belly. Exhale. You can exhale through the nose now. Let's do 2 more breaths. Inhale. Full inhale, full inhale. We're practicing breath work, right? You gotta really force it in, pump it into the cells. You gotta pump it into the cells. You guys aren't used to it. You guys aren't used to breathing every day. I'm not used to breathing every day. I've only been used to it since this lockdown's happened. So we're getting better. We're getting better. Let's do it. 1 more breath here. Notice the subtleties. Notice the difference. Small steps make a big difference. A week from now, 2 weeks from now, you're gonna feel energetic. You're gonna feel clear. You're gonna feel cleansed. You've lost a lot of weight. Your skin's cleared up. Your poop's better. you're probably more affected by shitty foods, and you're probably feeling sick to your stomach when you eat something shitty, because all the bad bacteria is out of your stomach now, out of the lining of the large intestine. You've got bad bacteria, good bacteria. So when we do this breath work, we're having to clear all that shit out, literally. 1 more time. Feel it now. I can start to feel the coolness. Feel the coolness in your throat. Feel the coolness in your belly. Exhale. Ha, ha, ha. Releasing heat. Ha. Or he is another one too. All right. And lastly, shikari for those that didn't do shitali. Bite your tongue and breathe through the sides and try to feel it like kind of cooling the outsides of the limbs. It's on the cheeks. Swallow that down the sides. Bite the tongue again. Exhale out through the nose, just releasing heat faster. Cooling sensation. 4. And 1 more. Wiggle, shake, lay back, rest. Much respect. That's it for class today, this morning. Pranayama, yoga. Do a bit of stretching before you finish out. Maybe you want to lay down. But that's it for this. And it's okay. Strengthening the knees, opening up the ligaments around the knees and the shins. So sitting like that for an extended period of time is good. It will help strengthen your bones. It will prevent osteoporosis or osteopenia, especially in the legs, because the legs again have the biggest bone mass. So our legs and our femur bones are the biggest bone mass. But so by sitting Indian style, helping to stretch the sciatic nerve and the piriformis of the low back, or of the butt, and then the low back as well, opening up the hips and the sacrum, because when we sit for too long, the sacrum gets tight, the psoas gets tight on the inside, the piriformis gets tight, and then all of that starts to play in with our sexual energy and I know I've been talking about sexual energy a lot, but this is big because it's the foundation. It's what created me. It's what created you. Sexual energy is what creates the life, continues life. So it is so vital. It is like the big elephant in the room that no one's talking about. Everybody wants more sexual energy. Everybody wants more testosterone, balanced hormones, longer life, no midlife crisis, because the midlife crisis happens from the tension in your body that's developed over, from the years of 20 to 40, because of, you're focusing on so much of work, focusing on family and everybody else, and not focusing on yourself enough. You're not, we're not stretching, we're not breathing, doing these daily habits. So a lot goes into it, but that makes sense, right? Doesn't that make sense? Doesn't it all make sense, right? We just need to do this stuff. That's all. So glad that you got it in. Um, Glad that I've got more YouTube followers here. We've got 4 people on YouTube. It was cool. A couple people on Facebook. I don't know if you stayed, but it was good to have you. We'll be back again tomorrow at 9 a.m. So let's keep building this channel, and hopefully this is good stuff for you. Let me know of the benefits that you've maybe you're like, man, this week my energy is up, you know, or I just feel more clean. I feel like cleansing. I'm eating healthier, maybe. Just little subtle things that maybe you notice. Let me know. Comment below. Be cool, just to keep going and inspire everybody else to be like, oh, you know, oh, that person, you know, was experiencing that from the breath work. Maybe I should sit and do a little bit of breath work. I mean, I know you guys know this stuff's important, so you know I ain't got to tell it to you or sell it to you, but but I mean, I just got to explain to you the importance of oxygen, the oxygen molecule, oxygen in the air, the chi, the trees, the importance of that in our bodies, in our blood, right? So oxygen, blood, bones, muscle, tendon. What else do we got in here? Cells. Remember the stem cell that's coming in to be created into an eye cell, an ear cell, a nose cell, a liver cell, a heart cell, a blood cell. So you got a lot of cells and you got a lot of work to do, okay? So go get to it. No, I'm just kidding. Your body will do it naturally, but it won't. So let's breathe. We'll get more oxygen. I ain't gotta say it. Much respect, you guys. Till today, later at 1, we'll be back again working on some MMA, working on some boxing, kickboxing. And yeah, surprise. We'll see what happens at 1 o'clock. Till then.